It's 3:20 a.m. on November 18th, 2025, 45 nautical miles north of Venezuela. The Caribbean Sea is angry. Waves crash at 12 feet. Rain hammers down so hard you can't see past the bow. Wind screams at 35 knots. The USCGC Hamilton cuts through it all, a 418-foot Legend-class cutter built for exactly this. But tonight, the mission isn't just stopping drugs. Tonight, the Coast Guard is about to confront something bigger. A foreign military protecting narcotics trafficking. Captain Jennifer Torres stands in the bridge. Radar glows in front of her. 2 contacts. Moving together. Heading northeast. Speed 18 knots. Contact Alpha, a 60-foot cargo vessel. No transponder, no lights. This is their target. Contact Bravo, a 125-foot patrol boat. Confirmed Venezuelan Navy. Armed, official, and escorting the drug ship straight through international waters like it's a supply run. Torres grabs the radio. Her voice is steady, professional. Venezuelan naval vessel, this is Coast Guard cutter Hamilton. You are accompanying a vessel suspected of narcotics trafficking. We intend to board under international law. Static. Then a response. Accented English, cold, threatening. Coast Guard vessel. That ship is under our protection, conducting lawful commerce. You will not interfere. Torres doesn't blink. Negative. We have intelligence of narcotics aboard. We will board. Do not interfere. You are near Venezuelan territory. We will protect our national interests. This is the moment. Torres turns to her executive officer. She's not asking permission. She's stating fact. They're armed. They're not backing down. But we have law on our side and we have the weather on our side. That boat's getting tossed around worse than we are. The XO checks the tactical display. Ma'am, we have 50 calories, 57mm gun, small arms. They have twin 14.5mm machine guns, possibly missiles. Increased speed to 24 knots, close to 800 yards. Boarding team prep for underway intercept in rough seas. Below deck, 8 sailors gear up. Body armor, helmets, M4 rifles. They check equipment methodically. No wasted movement, no panic. This is what they train for. Boarding a ship in a hurricane while foreign military watches and calculates whether to shoot? On radar, the targets accelerate. Contact Alpha hitting 22 knots. The Venezuelan boat matching course and speed immediately. They're running. They know what's about to happen. Torres makes the call. Helm! Flank speed! We're not letting $140 million reach U.S. waters. Hamilton's engines roar. The bow crashes through waves so hard, spray explodes across the bridge windows. The chase is on. 3 vessels in a storm. International waters. Nobody backing down. The distance closes. 600 yards. The cargo ship becomes visible through rain and darkness. Rust-streaked hull, overloaded, riding dangerously low in the water. Beside it, matching every move, the Venezuelan patrol boat with its machine guns and its threat. Torres transmits. Boarding team, we're going in. Over the side deployment at 400 yards, rough seas. Foreign military present. Weapons tight unless fired upon. This is real. She keys the radio again. One final warning. Venezuelan patrol boat. Final warning. We are conducting lawful boarding under international law. Stand clear or be held responsible for obstruction of federal law enforcement. The Venezuelan captain's response is angry, defiant. You have no authority. That vessel is under our protection. Approach and we consider it hostile. Torres looks at her XO. They log it. They record everything. Venezuela just threatened United States military personnel. That changes the equation. She activates the ship-wide intercom. All hands, this is the captain. Boarding operations with potentially hostile foreign warship nearby. Battle stations, weapons tight, but be ready. We are law enforcement, but we defend ourselves. Stay sharp. At 3:38 a.m., Hamilton pulls alongside at 400 yards separation. The Venezuelan boat mirrors on the opposite side. Both drug ship and Venezuelan escort now between 2 American cutters. The boarding team's rigid hull inflatable hits the water. 8 sailors aboard, engines screaming toward the cargo ship. Waves are brutal. The RHIB disappears into troughs, launches off crests. Spray drenches everyone. They close distance. 200 yards. 100. The cargo ship tries maneuvering away. Too slow. Handles poorly. Too loaded. The RHIB comes alongside. Grappling hooks fly, lines secure. The boarding team starts climbing the hull hand over hand in the storm. Above them, 50 feet up, Venezuelan sailors man their machine guns. Barrels tracking, following the Americans. One wrong move and this becomes kinetic. This becomes war. The boarding team reaches the deck. Rain pounds. Deck is slick. They move like they've practiced 1,000 times because they have. Coast Guard, nobody move, hands up. 6 smugglers, hands raised immediately. Terrified. They know what's happening. The team secures them quickly. Zip ties, weapons check, deck clear. One sailor keys his radio. Bridge, this is boarding team lead. We have control of the vessel. 6 subjects detained. Beginning contraband search. Below deck, they find it. Bales, wrapped in plastic. Cartel stamps visible. One petty officer cuts one open. White powder. Test kit. Positive ID. They start counting. Back on the bridge, the radio crackles. We have an initial estimate, 4 tons. This is the load. Torres allows herself a brief smile. Secure the contraband. Prepare the vessel for tow. But the Venezuelan boat isn't done. It moves closer. 200 yards, then 150. The patrol boat is closing on the boarded ship. Aggressive posture. Challenging. Torres grabs the radio. Her voice is level. Dangerous. Libertador, maintain distance. We have secured this vessel under international law. This is now U.S. jurisdiction. The Venezuelan captain's response is furious, desperate. You committed piracy. That vessel was under protection. Release it immediately. Negative. 4 tons of cocaine destined for United States. Suspects arrested. We are taking possession. You will not interfere. Silence. A long pause. The Venezuelan boat hovers at 150 yards. Machine guns still manned. The standoff stretches. 30 seconds. 45. 1 minute. The storm rages around them. 3 ships, 2 navies, 1 wrong decision, and everything escalates. Then, the Venezuelan boat turns. Slowly. Heading changes. 185 degrees. South, toward Venezuelan waters. Speed increases to 20 knots. They're leaving. The threat withdraws. Torres exhales. Track them until they're out of range. Document everything. By 4:15 a.m., the operation is complete. The drug ship is secured. 4 tons of cocaine. 182 bales. All documented, all photographed, all tested. 6 suspects in custody. The vessel under tow towards San Juan. The Venezuelan patrol boat gone. Back to Venezuelan waters where it came from. Torres knows this isn't over though. She knows what comes next. She turns to her XO, status. Boarding team back aboard. No injuries. Drug vessel secure. Ready to proceed to San Juan for evidence transfer. Good. Document everything. Video, photos, logs, radio recordings, radar tracks. Venezuela will deny this happened. They'll claim we fabricated evidence, that it was routine operations. We need proof that's undeniable because this is unprecedented. Foreign military escorted a drug ship. They threatened U.S. forces. Then they fled. That's state-sponsored narcotics trafficking, and we caught it on tape. Hamilton arrives in San Juan at 2 p.m. The cocaine is offloaded. 4 tons, 182 bales. All documented, all tested, confirmed. Street value, $140 million. Removed from the streets, removed from cities. Removed from becoming doses that kill people. The 6 suspects are transferred to DEA custody. They're already talking. Naming cartel connections. Naming Venezuelan military officers on the payroll. The bribe was $500,000 for escort protection. Simple transaction. Military gets paid, cartels get protection, Americans die. Evidence moves to Washington, State Department, Pentagon, DEA. Within 24 hours, the response comes. The Pentagon statement is direct. Coast Guard interdicted a vessel carrying 4 tons of cocaine. Venezuelan military threatened United States personnel and obstructed lawful federal law enforcement operations. We have documented evidence of Venezuelan military complicity in narcotics trafficking. This is unacceptable and will have consequences. The State Department follows. The United States has irrefutable evidence that Venezuelan military officials are actively aiding drug cartels. We are imposing additional sanctions on the officials involved and coordinating with international partners to hold Venezuela accountable for state-sponsored drug trafficking. Venezuela's foreign minister denies everything, claims the U.S. fabricated evidence, says the patrol boat was routine operations, accuses America of piracy. Nobody believes them. The evidence is overwhelming. Radar tracks, audio recordings, video, testimony from smugglers, financial intelligence. Not the first time either. Past 18 months, Venezuelan military spotted near at least 15 suspected drug shipments. Satellite imagery shows patrol boats meeting smuggling vessels repeatedly. Electronic intercepts reveal cartel communications with Venezuelan military. Financial intelligence shows millions flowing from cartels to Venezuelan officials. Venezuela has become a narco-state. The military is complicit. The system is corrupt. International response is swift. The Organization of American States condemns Venezuela. Colombia increases border security. Europe strengthens sanctions. The Coast Guard increases patrols. More cutters deployed. More surveillance. More interdictions. The message is clear. We know what you're doing. We're watching. Every time you try, we'll stop you. The message to cartels is just as clear. Venezuelan protection won't save you. We'll intercept your drugs. We'll arrest your people. We'll seize your profits. We'll do it in storms if necessary. We'll do it while your military watches. And we'll win. November 18th becomes a case study, taught at Coast Guard facilities, analyzed at staff colleges, how to interdict in extreme weather, how to handle foreign military interference, how to document evidence under pressure, most importantly, how courage defeats corruption. 8 sailors, 1 storm, 1 Venezuelan warship, 4 tons of cocaine, the good guys won. This wasn't just one drug bust. It's about what happens when governments go corrupt. Venezuela is collapsing. Hyperinflation, food shortages, millions fleeing the country. The government is desperate for money. Drug cartels have billions. The deal was made. Cartels pay military to protect shipments. Everyone profits except the people dying from cocaine in American cities. This is narco-terrorism, state-sponsored trafficking, and the Coast Guard is the front line stopping it. Every year, the Coast Guard seizes hundreds of tons of cocaine, thousands of arrests, billions in drugs prevented from reaching streets. They do it in hurricanes, middle of the night, facing armed resistance, confronting foreign militaries. Because every bail stopped is lives saved. Subscribe for more.